Hey guys, this is Sam from ART, and today we're covering Roselle, and which is basically a hibiscus that is native to tropical Africa, but it's popular all over the world, especially these days, and it has like hundreds of different local names. So the reason why this herb is so famous is because many different cultures make a tea or just cold beverage out of it. So hibiscus was first made popular as a beverage in an ancient Egypt, and it was the preferred drink of pharaohs and was perfect for the hottest desert conditions. So, from Africa, it quickly just spread all over the world and making it one of the most famous tea in history. And the tea is actually made from the sepals of roselle flowers, which are harvested after the flowers bloom. And sepals are the fleshy part of the plant that protects the flower and is usually green, but that's not the case with roselle. So the color of the sepals is beautiful, just like sort of dark magenta, which produces a bright red color, the hibiscus tea, which is just pretty much known to everyone. And the flavor of this tea is resembling probably like cranberries, which means it's sort of like a bit of a tart taste. And that is why sugar or honey are usually added to the tea to make it just a tad bit sweeter. And hibiscus tea is also very odorous and has a nice recognizable smell. And it's a great fruity winter tea that will warm you up on instantly and suit your cold symptoms and nothing to do with Simpsons. And our hibiscus tea is just basically composed of whole Roselle sepals, which means that it has just superior taste to the tea that has been cut because it preserves all its flavor. And although it takes a bit longer to steep, the difference in flavor is immense, so it's totally worth it. And a cold variation of this beverage is called Roselle juice. So it's enjoyed all over the world, but especially in the hot climates where it's favorite refreshment and just thirst quencher. And people love the icy cold juice in the Caribbean and just North Africa, East Asia, and Southern Europe. And another great thing about Roselle is that it's completely caffeine free, and basically you can just drink it during at night, day, morning, whatever. And the tasty drink can also be mixed with alcohol and is often used for making amazing cocktails. So that's actually a great combination because Roselle can decrease the absorption of alcohol and just prevent these awful hangovers. So if you want to have, a fun night without the horrible consequences and sickness, maybe you should mix your liqueur with just magical juice. And the amazing thing about Roselle tea is that people don't drink it only because it's delicious and because it has also many of the positive health effects, and basically it's a win-win situation, and the medical properties of this tea have been known like for centuries. And fortunately that knowledge has been passed down, so if you're looking, for unique tea that can also make you healthier, hibiscus tea is probably the right choice. So as it turns out, hibiscus flower is extremely healthy and has a ridiculous amount of vitamins and minerals, like vitamins A, B2, B3, C, protein, calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, everything. And according to a recent study, those drinking hibiscus flower tea tend to have a lower blood pressure and a healthier cardiovascular system as well. So what happened was that during an experiment of 35 people were told to drink the tea once per day, while 35 other people just told to take 2 antihypertensive pills, and the results were pretty interesting, as 79% of those drinking tea had 10-point lower blood pressure, the same with the 84% of people who took the medicine. So that's just 5% difference, and you eliminate the nasty medicine that enters your body. And did you know that a lot of companies tend to add hibiscus flower extract to their sport drinks as well? And this is due to Roselle's ability to cool down your body and just get rid of the thirst. And a lot of soft drinks actually contain tons of corn syrup or other unhealthy sweeteners. So maybe a good sports drink would be hibiscus juice. And thanks to the calcium that hibiscus flower contains, drinkers of the delicious tea are more likely to have stronger bones and stronger teeth than non-drinkers. And in addition to that, it reduces tingling on the hands and feet, as well as numbness. If you have ever experienced this, it could be likely due to some vitamins and mineral inefficiencies. And as I said already, it has plenty of vitamin C, and not only does it like boost your immune system and just make it easier to fight all kinds of nasty viruses, bacteria, and it also improves your blood flow, like heals wounds faster, regulates sugar levels, improves asthma symptoms, and makes even your vision better. And not the carrots. And it's so much more. And for men and women who like, I don't know, tasty foods and don't feel like giving them up, me included, Roselle should be added to the diet. And according to a recently published study, hibiscus decreases the production of enzyme that catalyzes the hydrolysis of starch into sugar. So therefore, like, basically by consuming a lot of hibiscus flower tea, you'll help your body to break down everything faster and just not absorb too much of the unhealthy starchy food. And it's also boosts your metabolism, which allows you to burn more calories than ever before. So basically, a cake and hibiscus tea should do less harm. But it sure is tasty. And since there are like a lot of vitamin inefficiencies or deficiencies result in cancer, especially when you already have one, and various studies have shown that high doses of vitamin C, which Roselle juice has plenty, help to fight cancer combined with chemotherapy drugs. So unlike drugs, it does not cause good cells to self-destruct, and just only targets cancerous cells. And basically everyone hates that feeling when I know your nose is stuffed and you can just seem to breathe properly, or I know smell something refreshing like the ocean. So hibiscus flower tea actually helps with that, and it's known to basically just help you breathe easier and significantly decrease bronchospasm or narrowing of the airways. So if you want to, I don't know, the spring is coming and you want to smell the fresh flowers, consider, I don't know, taking a sip of tea, I guess, first. And speaking of springtime, if you are planning a baby or already have kids, Roselle juice should be added to the daily diet as well. And studies have shown that the consumption of foods and drinks rich in calcium decrease the chance of retardation in children. And not only that, but it'll also improve your overall nerve function. And as you might know, I know stress is one of the things that should be avoided when planning a baby. So Roselle juice, among other benefits, also, who knew, helps with that. And I've said already, if you just plan on partying or just want to reduce the chance of throwing up or doing something that you might regret afterwards, try the hibiscus flower tea. And studies have shown that not only does it decrease the alcohol absorption rate, but basically it lessens the alcohol effect on the system, and just you experience like mild hangovers, if any, and less of everything that comes with them, like headache, nausea, and etc. So these are some of the awesome symptoms and a little bit of history of hibiscus flower tea or Roselle juice. And if you're looking for some high quality tea, feel free to check airytea.com. We have plenty. So it's airytea.com. This was Sam, and I wish you a healthy and beautiful day.